Today's parable is the parable of the hyponyms, and I've got some help.
We wait.
Jeez.
Okay, that's my help. So here we go. We're going to talk about very famous. The way we think is in antonyms and synonyms, opposites and the same. So we're going to go with opposites. The opposite of hot is
Cold.
Very good. The opposite of young,
Old.
tall,
Short.
clean,
Dirty.
big,
Small.
east,
West.
night,
Day.
wind,
Loose.
wet,
Dry.
safe,
Sound.
dangerous, good, hard,
Soft.
stalactite. Which one's bottom? Which one's up?
Tights come down.
Okay, nice. Antonyms. And that's the way we think. We think in terms of opposite and like. When you were young and you touched water, mom said, don't do that, it's hot. And when you learned and you touched it, you realize, oh, that's not cold. So that's how you learn what something is, but what it isn't. But the problem is, we think in opposite, but what if I say, here's one, are you ready? Gail Kirkendall. There is no, there is, once it's a person, there is no opposite. Even though that's the way we like to think. When you think of a person, you don't have an opposite. See, you're famous now. Okay, but once we put people in groups, then we go back to thinking of opposites. Republicans,
Democrats,
liberals,
conservatives,
northerners,
southerners,
friends, saints, us. Okay, us and them is a terrible way to think about it. And so besides antonyms and besides, well, what's the opposite of antonym? Synonym. I want to explain what a hyponym is. Is there an opposite for Tuesday? No, there's no opposite for Tuesday. It can be a good day or a bad day, a hot day, cold day, but there's no Tuesday opposite. Tulip, is there an opposite for tulip? No. Opposite for yellow? No. But Tuesday is one of 7 what? Days. Tuesday is one of 7. Not an opposite to it. It's one of 7. Tulips. What are other types of flowers? Right. Yellow. Colors. And can be primary colors. Roy G. Bibb. Red, orange, yellow,
Green, blue, indigo, violet.
There you go, Teach. Okay. Hyponym is not a way we think, but hyponym is an important way. Hyponym means it's part of a greater category. So a tulip is a hyponym of the greater category of flowers. Yellow is a greater category of primary colors. Tuesday, greater category of days of the week. Jesus thought in hyponyms. So when we would say us and try and relate them as an opposite, Jesus didn't think that way. He thought of children of God, because there is no opposite for a child of God. Just like there is no opposite for an individual, Jesus saw people as persons. And so he did not lump us into groups, because once we lump people into groups, we want to categorize them as the opposing side of us, which means them. But Jesus said on the cross, Father, forgive them. They don't know what they're doing. They're just people who get it and people who don't, but they're still beloved children of God. There's children of God who know they're loved of God, and people who don't, but they're still children who are beloved children of God. There's really just us for Jesus. Got to learn those hyponyms, and that's the parable of the hyponyms. Amen?
Amen.
Amen.